Hello, welcome back to part 2 of corrections for the exercise turning the millstone, or we decided in part 1 that we were going to look at how to refine this exercise. Don't forget there's more props coming, so if you want to keep that list and check below to see if you've got the right number of props or if you've missed any, just for a bit of audience participation. So we've done the top half of the body. How can we refine the bottom half? We've talked about the pelvis being like a crystal bowl and keeping everything level when we move in the pelvis, chest and head. And in the previous video, I talked about the pelvis, imagining it being like a millstone. So I've got my stone here. Substitute millstone was this wheel, and we're trying to get the pelvis to stay in one point, and the spine is the axle, the pelvis is the millstone, and so that's the objective. So what can go wrong? So I've got my stick here, so we're trying to rotate around this line that's going, imaginary line, another visualization, from the crown of the head, halfway point. Imagine there's a pole, it's a bit painful again, going right through the body, coming through the middle of the perineum, the point we weigh in, and down into the floor. And that's what we're rotating around, so that when we turn, we're just staying around that point. So what can go wrong? Well, we could go side to side. Some of the exercises do this, and that in itself is not wrong, but this exercise we're not. So I'm just concentrating on the millstone. And the other one is some people start wobbling the pelvis, so you can see the alignment in my shoulders and my pelvis has gone awry, and I'm not making a nice long line. So we're aiming to just move around this, oops, I've lost it, round my central point here. So that's another one to look out for. And again, looking in a mirror will help you with that. We can move down to the hips. So most of the movement, the pelvis is moving around the hips. The hips do move slightly, but we don't want them dipping. They stay level as well, but they are moving slightly forward and back. All the hip muscles are working to keep the knees out over the toes. I'll move down to the knees in a minute. We're ideally looking for a U shape in Tai Chi. Remember, this is horse stance. So a U shape makes us, if you think about a bridge, we're much more stable in a U shape than in a V shape. So it's a defensive martial art, so we want to be as stable as we can. So we're engaging, although in Tai Chi we don't think about working muscles, but if we have this alignment and then relax into it and allow the hips to just have this gentle movement, most of the movement coming from the center. So that's the hips. The knees, I'll need another prop here. I'm going to put one over the center of the knees. The knee alignment's very important. And remember, you're not going to get this right straight away. I'm still refining. I've been doing Tai Chi for over 20 years, and I'm still working on all the quality of movement, the alignments. It's never ending. I hope they're level. And so are the masters. That's what Tai Chi is about. It's like the layers of an onion. You go deeper and deeper. You take a layer off and there's another layer and there's another layer. I'm just thinking I missed a prop there. I should have had an onion as well, but never mind. Okay, and then I'll put this over the center of the foot. An idea. So with the knees, it's easy for them when we're busy at the top of the body to collapse in. And again, that's partly the hips. The hips we need to have an idea of keeping a nice open area in the groin, not squashing in like this. And ideally, we want the knees to track in a straight line over the center of the toe. So I hope that's happening here. Very easy to go awry. The knee joint, we don't want it collapsing in because the knee joint is a hinge joint. It moves forward and back, doesn't move side to side like this. It's a forward and back movement. So spatially, the knees are staying in this plane. They do move, but they're not moving in this kind of direction. So, and again, a mirror is very useful. And if you do find your knees going in, my teacher suggested I use a ball. It wasn't very comfortable, but it just gave me the idea of what they feel like when spatially they're out, aligned over the feet. So I put the ball in between my knees and then very softly turning around. It gives you a completely different feel. And then you can look for that in your own body. So that might be something that some people could use. That's my teacher, Jean Haynes, suggested that. I found that useful. Didn't practice it very often, but just once or twice to get the idea. Moving down to the feet. The soles of the feet want to be flat on the floor. And again, if we're busily doing this exercise, it's very easy for the feet to come up and to change position. We want the outside edges parallel if we can. And I'll explain that. A good way is to turn them out like Charlie Chaplin. And you can watch, you can see what's happening to my knees now. They're very unstable. And it's not very comfortable at all. And it's a really good way of learning why in Tai Chi. Now put your feet straight and just turn the millstone. And notice the difference. Now the knee is a lot more stable. Remembering it's this defensive martial art, so all the time we're looking for stability. So the soles of the feet are flat on the floor, the outside edges are parallel. There's a reason. And remember, this is only, if there are physical reasons you can't do this, and you're used to walking around or standing with your feet turned out, you're not going to suddenly be able to do it like this. It may be a gradual adjustment. And some people may have problems. They may not be able to get their feet forward. That's okay. It's a refinement. It's just something to work on if you're able. But if it's not possible, then don't worry. Just do the very best you can and enjoy the movements. That's what Tai Chi is about. I think I've covered everything. I hope so. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please press the thumbs up, the like button. If you have any comments or suggestions for future videos, or if I've missed any points and you want to add them, please leave them below. Look below for details of my website and the courses that I teach to allied health professionals across the UK. And sometimes I get Tai Chi instructors as well, and that's brilliant because they bring all their experience into the course as well. Please subscribe to my channel, that big red button. And the bell next to it will, if you click on that, you can get notification when I'm posting another video up. I hope to see you again very soon. Happy Tai Chi.